how to make a YouTube short. Yes, it seems like you've been making all this long form content, but what do you got to do for a short? What's a YouTube short? What does it got to do? What is it? How am I going to, I got this 9-minute and now I got, well, we'll go over that. Just give me a second. We're going to take a second and go over how to make a YouTube short. We'll give you the what. What is a YouTube short? Ways, different ways that you could make a YouTube short, and how to make a YouTube short. That's the critical part. We'll go over those next. So the main determining factor between a long form YouTube video and a short form video or YouTube short would be the length. It's strictly the length. And I mean, it's down to the second too. A YouTube short is 60 seconds, 1 minute. Very quick. It doesn't have to be 60 seconds. It can be 35 seconds. It could be 15 seconds, but no longer than 60 seconds. And trust me, when it's 61 seconds, 60 and a half seconds, it'll get kicked off your Shorts tab and it'll end up in your long form tab. Happens every time. So be sure to keep your shorts to 60 seconds or less. And I mean, we're talking down to the 10th of a second. Make it 59.9 just to be on the safe side. Now, there are several ways that you can make a YouTube short. First of all, with your camera on your cell phone. Start there. You see all these people making these selfie videos? That would be a great way to start. Start with the selfie video. Since it's going to be so short, it actually kind of lends itself to that simply because, you know, any type of long form content like this, there's going to be some editing involved. There's going to be some lower thirds involved, maybe even some background music or sound effects, something along those lines. But for a YouTube short, it's so quick and so fast that most of the time there isn't even an opportunity to start embellishing your video like that. Now, granted, there are some cases and some ways to do it, but for the most part, it's a quick hit. You get in, you give the information, you get out, and you're done. So how do you take care of it? On the phone, really easy. You've got editing software right there on your phone. Boom, you're done. Upload it. You're good to go. A second way would be in your YouTube app, there is actually a Shorts option. Click on that and you're in YouTube Creator Studio is basically what it is. You're in YouTube Creator Studio and it's set itself up for a 60-second video. And the cool thing is, there's even a timer right on your camera to show you that 60-second limit. And you can keep yourself down to the limit so it'll end up on your Shorts tab and not your long form tab that I warned you about a minute ago. And then the third very popular, very common way is to shoot your long form content, probably using a camera, a DSLR camera or a mirrorless camera, something along those lines, to make your longer videos, your 7, 8, 9, 12, 15-minute videos. And then once you've got that set, you chop it up. And those little chopped up videos end up being promotional material for your YouTube channel and for your longer videos. Making the point, whatever it is, make sure you've got the point squared away in that 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 60 seconds, or should I say 59.9 seconds. You've covered your point, and then that is now your short, built from that long form content and repurposing that long form content. Film once, get 18 things out of it. That's a smart way to go. So if these tips and stuff like that really help you with getting your YouTube channel set up on your business, be sure to like and subscribe. Pass it around too. Do you have any other friends that are business owners that are thinking about a YouTube channel too? Point them in my direction. Show them that this is out here. I would certainly love to help them too. Now, there's another way that you can do YouTube Shorts. There are tons of programs out there that are like AI driven that can help you do it automatically. You upload your content, say, give me some shorts, and you can set it to 60 seconds or less. That's how long you want all the content to be, and it'll go through, analyze your long form video, chop it up. Some of them even add headlines to it. They change the headline for you to something that's really eye-catching and hopefully will drive more eyes to watch the short. But all this stuff is done for you. You might have a little trimming to do, or maybe you want to change the captions. Captions are auto-generated. Do you want them at the bottom of the screen, the middle of the screen, or the top of the screen? You can make those adjustments. There's a lot of modification and customizing that you can do with a bunch of these programs. Simple stuff like, two that pop into my head are Opus Clip or Riverside.fm. Riverside does a lot of that. It's actually a podcast recording website. So if you're recording podcasts and they do podcast hosting, but yet the editing and the developing of your shorts for advertising and marketing purposes Really good, so you could use riverside.fm for that as well. You could also use veed.io, that's another one that's out there, and of course, the YouTube app. Now for the long form editing, there's tons of stuff out there. The first two that pop into my head are DaVinci Resolve and Premiere Pro. Those are two that I've used in the past. I'm strictly DaVinci Resolve now, but what you do for something like that, you would edit your long form content. So now you've got your really long version. You copy that, and then you paste it into another timeline. If you know your video software, that part where you do all your editing is called the timeline. What you do is you can call up another timeline, put your video in there, and then just chop it down to the size that you need. You can slice and dice it up and do a whole bunch of them. You can do separate timelines for separate shorts, however you want to organize it. But the real power in the additional timelines is you can create template timelines and call them up when you need them. So what's the significance? The template you have set up to be the aspect ratio of the social media that you're going to be using. Yes, of course social media is going to have different aspect ratios just to mess with you. Some are 16:9, some are 9:16, some are 1:1. You never know well, you do know. Just look them up, find out which one goes where, but they all have a different aspect ratio. That doesn't help you, does it? But when you find your clients, when you find where your audience is mainly hanging out, you can really concentrate on that one. For example, I'm using a lot of LinkedIn right now. LinkedIn is 1:1. They take squares. So I've created my timeline template for a 1:1 ratio as opposed to the 16:9 ratio when I film. Big difference, but it's such a time saver. If you're in business and you're using YouTube Shorts for your business, it will definitely help you grow subscribers, which eventually become clients. And the greatest thing about this is 60 seconds is 60 seconds. Whether you're a mom and pop shop or whether you're a Fortune 500, you have just leveled the playing field. Because when you step into something like long form content, yeah, you're going to need those long form contents, but people are expecting a much higher production value with the long form content. In the YouTube Shorts, there's not a lot of time for high production value. Yes, you can put it in there, and if it's appropriate for your channel, you might want to look into it. But for the most part, you're talking about a lot of elements, a lot of cutting, a lot of layering, a lot of jumping around all over the place, and that's going to affect your editing time. But if you've got something very simple, for example, if I were to take something like this and turn it into a short, trust me, I'm not going to do a lot of jumping and bumping and graphics and flying stuff all over the place. This is a teaching video. I don't need that kind of stuff. And you're going to be doing teaching videos for your business. So YouTube Shorts really levels the playing field. It's a great way to toss your hat in the ring and still come out ahead, even on top of some of those big boys. The other great thing about it is you don't need a lot of gear. For full form content, yeah, you might want to get some lights, you might want to get a fancy camera to make it look really good. The flip side of that is with a YouTube Short, everybody's expecting a quick hit. You can really start off using your smartphone. Very low entry point and very quick time to get it published and out there into the crowd. Again, I can't tell you how much YouTube Shorts levels the playing field with the big boys. Now I've got a special offer for you to show you how to do just that. It's a video training that I created called Slice and Dice. It's how you take your long form stuff and some of that stuff that I was telling you about with templates and aspect ratios. I've got a training video. There's a link down below in the description. Click on that and you'll get instant access to Slice and Dice, how to turn your long form content into short form content. And you can get started immediately. I'm Nick Natarella with AdWise Creative. Thank you for watching.